Everyone, it's Amy, the Skin and Lash Lady, licensed esthetician, permanent makeup artist, and eyelash extensionist. And today I'm going to demonstrate many different ways that you can work on the upper and lower lip for lines. One of the things that people always do, they send me a picture and they go, I've never smoked and I have all of these lip lines. A lot of times we hold tension there, and that's what causes the lines to happen. So I'm going to go through some products. Let me just unplug my Mini because it's going to keep beeping. Go through some products and techniques, one leading up to the other, so that you can get an idea of what you have at home to work with, products that could work, and I'm going to be using my LED light and my Mini-Microcurrent. But in between there could be other things that could be helpful for you. First thing is I've cleansed my face, and I used my Glymed Mega Purifying Cleanser. This is the Pro bottle, so when people order it, they go, my bottle didn't look like yours. This is the Pro size bottle. I will link it below, or the one that I like is my Avalon Organics. Both are cruelty free. So my skin has already been cleansed. The key ingredient, this is like what makes the difference, is my Victoria Deanne Peptitone. So this, you would have to email me if you're interested in purchasing this product. If you go to my website, you will see a slideshow, and one of the pictures is somebody with lip lines, and 3 weeks later of just using the product of reduction in the lip line. So this particular peptide, what it does is it acts like a relaxer. So this here is all tension. I usually can tell when somebody has teenagers because they're always like, or angry. Teenagers like make you clench your mouth. If you have teenagers, you understand. So it relaxes the muscle there. It also can be used for tension here in the glabella, as well as crow's feet, any place you have tension. So it's a very liquid form. This particular line of peptides are specially formulated not only to work on their own, but they work very well with LED light, as well as they work excellent with microcurrent. So it's the Victoria Deanne brand, and I'm using the Peptitone. I only need 1 drop on my finger. I'm gonna mush it together, and I'm just going to apply it around my mouth. That's it. I'm gonna let it soak in. Peptides need to be applied on dry skin because we want it to absorb, and that's all I'm gonna need of that product. So if you were on that product only and didn't do any of the other techniques, you would start seeing a result. It takes about 3 weeks, but it's 1 drop in the morning and 1 drop in the evening in the area, so it lasts a while. So now we need to do some fascia release because this is all tension. So you know I love my Anma. So I'll put the link below, and this is how it works. Very lightly. I'm not putting any pressure. The lighter you rub, the deeper the release. And it's not a lot. But if you didn't have any product at home, but you had one of these, use them. It starts to release the tension. And I'm just going around my mouth. Remember, super light. Lighter is better. I know people always want to dig and dig and dig. You can't. You'll feel like I got a broken capillary. I'm backwards on the camera. See? Like, no. Gentle, gentle, gentle. And this will help. This is something you can do in front of the TV on clean skin. This isn't something that's super time consuming. It's super easy. Okay, you don't have an Anma, but you got a gua sha, which is the Chinese word for massage. Well, we can use that as well also. Same thing, lighter is better. We don't want to be like scraping like you see some of the girls. We want it to be light. So I usually hold in the center, and the same thing, just light, super light. Now, because I put the peptide on and I have some slip on my skin, so it's moving. So we don't want to be digging, just light. Light, light, light. Same thing underneath. Okay, so now you say, well, Amy, I don't have either one. What do I do? Well, you got your hands, right? So you ever see sometimes I wash my face, I'm always like this because I'm smoothing. You could do the same thing. You can be smoothing in the area because we want to release the tension. Be careful if you have long nails. We don't want to scratch ourselves. And I have short nails from being an esthetician. So just like this is called the fingers and this is the thumb. See, it looks like my hand almost. I can take my fingers as well and rub super lightly to mimic the movement of this. But if you have nails, you can't do that. You're going to scratch yourself. So, like I said, you can just little movements to get the fascia released. Okay. So you say, I don't have any other equipment. Just do that. But now we're going to go the next level. You do have an LED light. You do have a microcurrent device. That's great. Now we have to prep for that. So we would still do all this. We would put on, cleanse the skin, put on the Peptitone, do the massage of whichever one you decide. And then I use this product. This is Moisture Glide, and it's made for microcurrent. We sell it on my website, and LED, and it gives 72 hours of hydration. I love this stuff. It's a little on the sticky side. It's specifically made for LED light as well as microcurrent, a little bit because we're only doing a small area. So I'm going to apply it because this gives me slip. It's also filled with hyaluronic acid serum. So I still have extra. So, you know, we never want to go to waste. So we'll just pat it around. So if you have an LED light, this is the one that I sell. I'm not going to turn it on because it'll take too long on the video. So you would turn it on and hold it for 3 minutes in front of your mouth. And also these take time. They take about a month to start seeing an effect. But you would do it before your microcurrent because it increases the blood flow and the circulation. So if you only have this, use it. You'll start seeing a result. But it's not like once a month. You have to consistently use it. If you use this with the peptide as well, you'll get a quicker result. So pretend I did it. Now we're going to use the Mini. Let me just plug it in. Now I have a new computer that doesn't have a USB, so I have to actually use an adapter. Okay, few things you need to keep in mind. I have the Moisture Glide on. I always keep either a little spray bottle of water, or I like the Neogenesis Moisturizing Mist. I really like this one for microcurrent. But let's see if I'm still have enough connection. I'll hear it beep. Few things to keep in mind. We're going to be working on the top of the lip first. And when we go down, we don't want to go like this because we don't want to droop. Microcurrent is very forgiving, but we also want to be mindful of what we're doing. So we always want to go up. So when I put the unit on, I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to push it up. It's called the snarl, because we want to make sure that this muscle stays up. So here goes. Slow, going to the end, and then I turn up. It should double beep in a minute. There it goes again. And it's slow movement. And I turn up. Make sure both of your prongs are on the skin. And turn up. And I'll do it on the other side. I'll only do it once on the other side. Same thing, slide and turn up. You could see it's moving it always tingles on this side. You may feel it if you have braces or a big filling. I have a big filling and a brace. It tingles. It's okay. Always make sure you're hearing your beep. If you're not hearing your beep, you're not getting connection. So clean the tips and make sure that you have connective gel or some sort of hydrator on the skin. I'm going to just so I have a little. Now we're going to work on the bottom. That's it. Just all at the top. Usually, one of the other things I forgot to say, before you prep, you can also massage with this in small little circles to help release the tension. I forgot, since I was releasing the tension. That's usually what I do. Before I do anything, I put on my Peptitone, I put on the Moisture Glide, and I kind of spend a minute going around the mouth to help relieve the tension. But we did the top already, so I went to the bottom. I usually just hold it here for a minute, just for one beep or two. just to get the current into the area. Some people claim it gives you a fuller bottom lip, but it's just also to relax the muscle. Okay, so now we're going to do the bottom. So same thing, to the side, and remember, curl up, the snarl. Snarl. Do it again. Snarl. The mouth does not take that long. Snarl. I'm off the beat, but that's okay. It'll double beep. If you're, like I said, if you don't hear a beep at all, you don't have a connection. Now, some people say, when I take it off my face, it continually beeps. Two things happen. You have to clean the probe, so just take a cotton ball in warm water or a paper towel in warm water and wipe them. It was too fast. Or you're using the iPhone fast charger, the big charger. It doesn't like the big charger. It messes up the timing. So you have to just use a little one. I'll show you when I'm done. And that's it. That's the whole routine. It's 3 times, 3 times, 3 times, 3 times. Let me show you the charger though. So these little chargers work with the Mini. If you have that big jumbo square one, it makes the Mini act a little wonky, and it's not, you don't use it. So no matter what units you're using, if you have a different brand of microcurrent, you can most likely do the same movement to focus on that upper lip. So we'll just review. Got cleanser to wash, the Victoria Deanne, oops, let's get her, Peptitone. You can use your Anma or your gua sha or your hands. If you have an LED light, you would use it before your microcurrent. And then, of course, if you have microcurrent, then you would use your microcurrent. Now, it's the end of the night, so I'm going to go to bed soon. I'm just going to put on the rest of my serums and my moisturizer. I'm not going to wash any of this off because I want it to soak in. And that is how you start working on the upper lip area. But like I said, also be mindful, and throughout the day, if you're having tension, you know, say, ooh, I catch myself in the mirror, or wow, I have tension. You know, maybe you need to have this in the middle of the day, or your gua sha, just to start working on that tension area. So I will list everything below, and have a good night. And don't forget to wash your face.